Okay. How would you compare the way family life was when you were a child to the way it is today for children in our family?
The comparison is really very difficult because we are dealing with two cultures. I was brought up in Haiti where things were completely different from what they are now. I lived in a street where lived my aunt, my mother-in-law, her brother-in-law, and their families. We were all a large family.
Mm-hmm.
We had a very good understanding of each other. We got along well. There was a lot of harmony, and there was love. And during the summer, often we got together for the day in the country, and we children played very nicely together. Whereas here it's something completely different. First of all, the way of life itself is different because of the circumstances. It's a different country.
Mm-hmm.
We have very little contact one with another, and because of distance, because of the way of life itself.
Right.
And so I think that the comparison is almost impossible to make. I raised my children the way I thought would be beneficial to them, and I think that a way to that would create a bond between us and a lot of love and a lot of respect and a lot of understanding. I talk to them rather than I reprimanded them, but always let them to know. I let them know always the reason for which I was not happy with them,
Mm-hmm.
and that established really a much closer relationship. We understood each other,
Mm-hmm.
and if as a mother, I was their friend, but I was also the mother, strictly the mother.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What do you think makes this family most distinct? What do you think makes this family most distinct? Tell me something special.
When we are talking about the family, I think what made our family special existed when we were in Haiti, when we were together as one.
Mm-hmm.
But under the Duvalier era, we were scattered all over the place. We lost contact with some and maintained very close contact with others.
Mm-hmm.
So what made the family is very really special really stopped to exist in a way because the family was scattered
Mm-hmm.
practically all over. That we maintained a good relationship with many of us did maintain a close relationship, but it was no longer the same. It's something completely different, something that was
Mm-hmm.
and that will never be again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What advice would you like to offer for the youngest members of our family today?
Giving advice is not always the best thing because, in general, I think that children pay very little attention to what adults have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it takes them years to realize that what the adult what had been told to them was really to their benefit.
Mm-hmm.
They tend, uh, as youngsters, they tend mostly to rebel against any advice that you may give them. But my experience, based on my own life, is that whatever your parents have told you stays with you whether you want it or not. I still feel that my parents' advice made me the kind of person that I am today. And though I rebelled against a lot of things when I was younger, I am very grateful to them now for the person that I am.
Mm-hmm. That's great. In your life, what gave you the greatest joy?
Oh, my life has been a long life. And I've had some great joys, many great joys. One of them, of course, the birth of my children, and the thrill of having a grandchild who will continue the family line. And I have also had some very good experiences. I still remember the elation that I felt when on one of my trips to Israel, I saw myself, I was standing on Mount Sinai, and I felt really overwhelmed, as I'd never done before. I don't know the reason for that, but I was literally overwhelmed to find myself in that place. It was just like a dream that I thought would never come true, and came true. It was a reality that I was living at the time.
And what dreams did you have that you were not able to realize?
The dream that I did realize is that I studied the piano for many years, and I knew that I didn't have the talent to be a star or to be on stage. But this is something that I did that gave me a lot of pleasure, and that gave my friend a lot of pleasure. And to this day, I feel very sorry that I gave up my music, because it deprived me of some joys that I experienced. And even now, sometimes I hear some of the music I used to play, and I get teary-eyed, because I think that, why didn't I continue? But it's really, those regrets are futile, really. It's the past is the past.
Yeah, right. Tell us something else about growing up in Haiti that you feel it is important for the youngest generation of our family to understand.
I think it will be very difficult for the younger generation to understand, because it is a kind of life that you have to live yourself in order to understand it. They have not known that kind of life in the United States. They have known a life that is completely the opposite. I mean, cousins, we hardly know each other. Some of us don't know each other, whereas there, we were always together. And so, of course, among people, dealing with people, we didn't like each other the same way. I mean, maybe we like some people less and we like some people more, but there was certainly the atmosphere. That was an atmosphere that was full of affection, full of giving, an atmosphere that was completely different from the isolation that we have now. So I feel that it will be very difficult for the new generation to understand. It is something that you have to live yourself in order to comprehend it.
In your life, please name 2 other family members that you admire the most, and tell us why.
I will not talk about those who are gone, because I would have to talk about my brother, Harry, and it is a subject that is still very painful to me. So, in order to make that event a joyous event, I rather talk about the one who are alive. And one of my greatest affection is my cousin Roger, with whom I grew up. He pretends, of course, always to be younger than I am, which is true. He's younger by 2 months, but that's a joke between us, that he was born way before I was born, way before he was born. Anyway, Roger and I have always had a good relationship. As when we were younger, he was always my protector, and protected me. For example, if my parents asked him whether they had seen me with a boy, he would deny it completely, even so he had seen me a few minutes before. So he knew how to protect me, and something that I appreciated. We got separated for a long time under the Duvalier era, but life brought us back together, again. And though he is in California and we don't see each other often, we talk to each other. We always say that's a need that we have. Every Sunday we talk, and sometimes we talk about substantial things. Sometimes it's just silly things, but we always find a way to communicate and spend a few good minutes together.
Sounds good. Do you have anything else
And
to
I'll
say?
say, if I were to name a second person, I would mention Lulu's, who is my cousin Pepe's wife. Lulu's is one of the most generous, giving, and sincere persons I have had the great privilege to meet and to know. I love her very dearly. We talk to each other every Sunday, and when we are together, it's always a very joyful. We talk about everything from the most serious to the lightest subject,
Right.
and we just enjoy each other. If I were given a choice of a sister, she should be the one that I would choose, because of there is so much. We have a lot in common, and I can feel that her affection for me is as great as the affection that I have for her.
Sounds great. Yeah.
I think that's about all I have to say now. I am very sorry that I will not be with you, and I wish you the best, and I hope that the reunion will be a very joyful one. Think about us, and we'll think about you. Good night.
Bye.